I do need your phone so we can go. I know I need to reverse, so buckle up. Alright, y'all. We are in Orlando. We just had some amazing burgers at Best Burgers Bar.
9 out of 10.
I give it a 10 out of 10. Or you know what, actually?
I give their burgers 9 out of 10. Their fried pickles, though, 10 out of 10. Sure, you're right on them.
Yeah, fried pickles was some of the best fried pickles I ever done had. Oh, shit. Fucking A.
Jesus.
It was very violent.
That was like nasty for
Where am I going? I need to turn around. You need to put on your seatbelt too. It's gonna yell at me.
I'm sorry.
Buckle up. Gosh.
Buckle up, kids.
But yeah, so we just had some amazing burgers. Now we're on the way to
it's yeah, no, nah, it don't need to be out there. But yeah, we're on our way to Jake Paul versus Mike Perry.
Yep, I'm really excited. That whole card is stacked, but I guess we could start at the top and then just go down. Mike Perry versus Jake Paul. What are your thoughts, Robert?
Man, I feel like Mike Perry is definitely more like vetted person when it comes to like fights. I feel like Mike has definitely faced a lot of tougher competition than Jake ever has and probably ever will. Mike is the toughest opponent Jake, I feel like, is gonna face to this day. It's just, you know, it's just a matter of like how much improvement has Jake really made between his fights with, you know, Silva, you know, between Woodley, between Tommy. You know, how much has he improved? He's had the money to have these world-class trainers. He has been steady improving every time. And this is also boxing. Jake Paul has dedicated himself to boxing a lot longer than Mike Perry has. Mike Perry has been in bare knuckle boxing. Bare knuckle boxing is not boxing. It's just straight up different. Mike Perry would win in a fight against Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. He would win in a fight.
Yeah.
Would he win in a boxing match? I don't know, and I don't think so.
It's tough to say because I gotta say, like, as wild as it sounds, with all of Mike Perry's like fight experience, I give Jake Paul to having better form, better footwork, and just overall boxing ability. Boxing is a very strategic martial art. Like, you are only using your hands. Yeah. There are only so many combinations that you can throw, and so it just becomes, you know, a very strategic game. And I gotta say, Jake Paul's team, they really know what they're doing. I mean, the Tommy Fury fight, I mean, Mike Perry doesn't even compare to Tommy Fury. It's crazy that I'm saying this. But, I mean, Jake Paul did really, really good. I mean, I would say it was his toughest opponent. Now it's Mike Perry. But I don't think Jake Paul is going to stop him. That's the thing. Maybe he can win a decision, but it depends on how much pressure Mike Perry can actually put on him. Because if Mike Perry's the type of dude to just... Mike Perry's the type of dude... Hold on, let me restart my sentence. It was the other way around. Okay. Yeah.
Make it count, get it straight, don't look back, don't hesitate. Don't copyright us.
I need your I'm stupid. But yeah, Mike Perry is tough. I don't see Jake Paul stopping him. If Mike Perry can just continue with that pressure for the entire fight, which I do think he might have better cardio, and I do think his pressure will be insane and won't stop. I don't know, man. I don't know. I love Mike Perry. I mean, come on now. How can you not love Mike Perry?
Yeah,
but at the same time, like, you can say what you want about Jake Paul being a real boxer or not, but at the end of the day, bro is putting in work. He's putting in a lot of work and specific work. He has dedicated his entire life now to boxing. And anybody to that level, anybody in martial arts, like if you were to truly dedicate yourself like he has, and how athletic he has always been, like he was a high school wrestler, he did football, all this other stuff that he had done like growing up. Athletic figures can just pick up something. Ooh, that was kind of a catch, but you couldn't really tell.
I saw. Nice catch.
But what was I saying? But yeah, athletic figures, like they could just pick up something and go. And for the amount of time and the like trainers and nutritionists and specific people in Jake Paul's team, I think that he just has the resources to do insane things in the sport, regardless of what you say about him. So I don't know. I think that Jake Paul has a lot bigger of a chance than what Mike Perry is, you know, probably giving him. And that could be trouble for Mike Perry. But I can say the same statement backwards and say that Jake Paul is not taking the fight in Mike Perry as seriously, because Mike Perry will just come right for you. I mean, he's going to want to stand there and bang with you. So Jake Paul's really just got to be extremely aware, keep his defense really tight, and, you know, find his moments. But I think it's going to be yeah, exactly. I think that it's going to be a great fight, though. I think it honestly just goes to decision. I don't see either one of them really finishing the other. I don't think Mike Perry has power, but I think...
Yeah, because Jake is a bigger dude. I feel like if this fight was to get a finish, I kind of lean a little bit more towards Jake getting an early finish if it does happen. Just because, you know, with Jake, he's going to be boxing. That unpredictability is going to be there. Because, like, Mike has probably faced, like, professional boxers. You know, I feel like fighting Jake, it's not going to be like fighting an actual boxer. It's going to be fighting somebody who's coming into their, you know, into their own art of boxing. And when you spar people that don't have, like, as much fight experience as you do, they tend to be a lot more unpredictable, and it tends to be a lot harder to see the shit they got coming through, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
How many times is the stream going to fall?
It's 4 times so far. Jake will win. The size of the gloves make a big difference.
It does.
Oh, my God, bruh. Our boy's here. Angel, shout out. Fucking one of the best UFC fighters ever. I mean, that's kind of glazing, but hey, I don't care. That's our dog, Angel Pacheco. Amazing UFC fighter. You know, if you ain't learned about him, go look at his fights, and you'll see why you should be excited for his next one.
No, yeah.
You know,
but what are your thoughts, Angel? If you're still sticking around, what's your...
Was.
You glazed him too hard. You scared him away.
Nah, he already left before. I just didn't realize that he left a comment. I seen that we had somebody, but I didn't see the comment until now.
I didn't see the name.
Yeah, I saw something there, but I just didn't pay attention.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back. But
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, the main card, super exciting matchup.
I want to give some love to this co-main event.
Yeah.
We got Amanda Serrano versus Stevie Morgan. I believe Amanda Serrano's moving up in weight. Am I right?
I am not sure about that one, partner.
Yeah, I knew she recently just vacated her belt too. So this is going to be 10 2-minute rounds. This is going to be... I feel like this one is probably going to maybe be the most, like... I think this might be the most technical fight that we have tonight. Because I feel like both of these ladies got a bit of power on them. I feel like, you know, Stevie Morgan, so far since she's been in boxing, she's been proving that she's been able to crack a lot of other girls. But Amanda Serrano has so much experience that she can pull out of her bag for this. And she still has, like, a lot of more tricks up her sleeves that Stevie Morgan hasn't been able to see yet.
Yeah.
But, you know, then again, this also comes to the experience factor. But the thing is that both of these girls have been boxing.
Yeah. both of them are serious technical boxers, and this is going to make for a really interesting match. I think Amanda might be slightly overlooking what Stevie can bring to the table. She doesn't have quite the decorated resume that, you know, Amanda does have.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Stevie Morgan, she's been on a roll, man. She took a loss, like, last year and then bounced back with, like, 6 stoppages after that. She's been really consistent and really, you know, just on it, taking whatever fight she can and just getting experience underneath her belt. But, you know, taking fights back to back like that, you know, that's a wear on your body, and that can definitely wear on you quite a bit. As in, you know, Amanda Serrano is, you know, she's kind of spaced out her fights a lot more.
Amanda Serrano's a legend too. God,
yeah,
what
for
a
real.
figure in women's martial arts.
Seriously, I can't wait for the rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda. I think that one's gonna be, oof. I'm upset that one kind of didn't.
We gotta give some love to this next matchup. We got Tony Aguilar versus Corey Marksman. Now, I had the very fortunate pleasure of actually being there for their first fight in Orlando. It's very competitive. I thought Corey Marksman won with no bias in my heart. I think that Corey Marksman won. Now, with bias, I don't know what in the world was wrong with the judges that night. They were not watching the same fight. I felt like I had Marksman up all. But this is going to be
Tony
a rematch.
Definitely put on a lot of pressure on him, and he had him in trouble a few times. It was a really tough, close fight. Definitely worthy of a rematch, though.
I wouldn't say in trouble. I wouldn't say in trouble.
He landed a
few solid shots, and he got touched. You know, Corey definitely did get touched a lot more than we're usually used to seeing him get touched. But, you know, that's also kind of the same thing for, like, Tony Aguilar. You know, the brother was undefeated for a reason. You know what I mean?
Corey's undefeated for a reason.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, can you really count them as undefeated if they both got a draw now, though?
I consider it, because a draw isn't a loss.
So
even though it isn't a loss, but sometimes, you know, you kind of see it as such.
Yeah. Somebody's always got to go tonight, man.
Yeah. No, this one's gonna be a really good fight. Who else do they have on that card?
They also got in the next fight we have H2O Silva versus Lucas Body. I say, like, Lucas Body is legit. He's a good fighter. But H2O, bro, when you watch him fight, this brother just got this dude.
He just got style, man.
This dude style points, man. This dude is a great athlete. He's very fast, very explosive. He's got pop in his punches. He's, you know, decent counter striker. You know, I feel like he's more kind of a project. I feel like he's coming into his own.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely, you can tell just how comfortable he's making himself in the boxing world. Yeah. Hold the camera. But anyways.
Can I still see us? Are you sure? I don't see none.
Well, you check. There we go.
What went wrong, but yeah, H2O, the dude just has a lot of style, you know. But, you know, both of these guys are undefeated. You know, somebody's always got to go tonight. And, you know, when you put 2 undefeated fighters, how is it never not interesting, you know? Because both of them are going to, you know, fight tooth and nail to keep their undefeated record.
Yeah, that's something that boxing takes just so seriously. Like, once a fighter becomes not undefeated, once their 0 is taken, the boxing world just hops on them like hyenas, dude. Like, they don't let them go.
They're done. You're over.
Yeah,
but both of these.
And it's also harder to get, like, you know, good solid matchups, you know, and get, you know, placed in these, you know, rankings and, you know, move forward.
Yeah.
Too, because it seems like just they kind of just are like, oh well, you lost your chance. But because I mean, you think about some of the big names in boxing now, like. Think about, like, Terrence Crawford. How can you not, like, want to hold everybody to that expectation, because the expectations are so high, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that, 6? 7?
7.
Yeah. Well.
You know, and if you guys tune in, you know, that pinned message that you seen, that's the prediction from a UFC fighter. And if anybody knows combat, it's going to be Angel Pacheco.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about the UFC fight night tonight. UFC Vegas94. It's going to be a good matchup. I think that a lot of people are counting out Virna in the main event. Amanda Lemos is a dog, and I think that if it does stay up on the feet, I think Amanda Lemos is going to win and possibly has a chance to take her out. But Virna's got some solid grappling to her. She's got some solid grappling to her. Her striking isn't bad. I mean, her striking is still, you know, there, but I do think that Amanda has the heavier shots. I think she'll land the more significant shots.
Yeah, Lemos is very, very scary striker, you know, and I don't mean to intrude on your thoughts. I just wanted to give some quick love to our brother Uriah Hall. We have the pleasure of meeting him at Karate Combat. He's going to be fighting Julio Chavez Jr. This is going to be, I think, Uriah Hall's second pro boxing bout. I'm very excited. He's facing a guy that has a lot of experience, but Uriah Hall is just a beast, bro. He's just a beast. So,
Uriah Hall is a beast, and they're both kind of older in their careers and have taken their wear and tear. Yeah. Julio Chavez, he's stood toe to toe with some of the best there are in boxing. So, you know, if you want to base it off of boxing, you know, it's going to be tough not to, you know, see Julio getting the better of the boxing exchanges, just because I think that, me personally, Uriah Hall needs to be in Karate Combat. You know, Uriah Hall needs to be able to mix in his kicks and to mix in his sweeps, and, you know, I believe he's better as a full striker rather than just his sole boxing. So, but that being said, his fight experience, and he's still got hands. Yeah. He's got hella power in his hands.
The only thing that we're trying,
he can make it happen. But that's all respect to our boy. I do love Uriah Hall.
The only thing we're trying to say is that we're saying when you limit yourself to those two specific tools of your right and your left hand, you can only do so much. And yes, he can do a lot. But when you let Uriah Hall, as a whole ass mixed martial artist, utilize his whole tool offensive, you know, all his tools, then if they were to fight in an MMA cage, this wouldn't even be close. This wouldn't be a discussion. This wouldn't even be a thought. It's just put all your money on Uriah Hall. Yeah. You know, that's what I'm going to do tonight, though, still.
Yeah, I mean, Uriah Hall is a dog, bro. He's been in the ring with some of the toughest. But it's a really big world between, you know, MMA and combat, and it's a really big world between MMA and boxing.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you know, just bringing your weapons down, you know, just as far as, like, you know, you have more weaponry in MMA. That's all I meant by that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's still going to be a great fight. I'm super excited to see that. Uriah Hall seems to really be chasing a matchup with Jake Paul. I think he wants that money fight. I don't think that Jake Paul is the right fight for him, though. Money influencers, like, imagine him versus KSI or something.
I think
like
that would
versus
definitely,
Deji, you know? Like, because then, either one of them, honestly. I mean, I say that with full faith, though.
For Uriah getting a check.
Yeah.
I mean, we will always encourage our brother getting a check.
No, yeah, boxing is definitely, you get a lot more money out of boxing than what you do MMA nowadays. So
as long as you got followers.
Yeah, true. I mean, even then, though, I think that you start making more money just because, like...
Well, you kind of have to be, like, a household name in boxing, though.
True.
Because, like, the people who are... Because, like, I'm always hearing a bunch of stories on how some boxers, like, can't eat until their next fight, too.
Damn.
You know, I'm sure, like, some of them, like, have jobs already in the process. They don't just full-time boxing until they get to that point. It really just depends on where they go, you know. But, you know, that's another topic for another day.
Let's go back to the UFC Fight Night. Who else is on that card?
So, this is the UFC Fight Night. It's Lemos versus
Virna.
Lemos versus Virna. We also have Steve Garcia versus Sung Woo Choi. I cannot wait for the return of Sung Woo Choi. I'm pretty sure he had a pretty cool... No, I'm thinking of Do Woo Choi, the one who had that amazing fight with Cub Swanson. I'm very excited to see him tonight. Do Woo Choi was a man who was coming up, who was rising, knocking everybody out on his rise. You know, we're gonna, just go back to the co-main event, Steve Garcia versus Sung Woo Choi. Still very excited to see Sung Woo Choi fighting though. There's two really good mixed martial artists. I feel like this is really gonna be a fight of who really just gets their motor going first, in my opinion. We also have, Kurt Holloway on the fight.
Oh, yeah?
From the
Ultimate Fighter.
Yes. See, we also got Bill Algeo, who's making his return against Do Woo Choi after, his last loss. He got knocked out pretty bad. Not gonna lie. We got Brian Keller returning after his loss to Cody. We have Cody Gibson coming back in his next fight. We have Miranda Maverick, who is supposed to fight Tracy Cortez.
Who is she fighting now?
Diane Barbosa. She's fighting a girl from Brazil who's 7-2.
All right.
Some
That's a solid card.
Yeah, some exciting fighters on this card.
What fight is it on now?
806. For which one?
Pull up the...
UFC or boxing?
UFC. The boxing one hasn't even started yet, but we're definitely going to be late because we are hitting traffic on I-4.
I-4.
I-4 is the most dangerous interstate in the entire world. Did y'all know that? Fun fact.
I don't know why do y'all feel the need to bring that up every time you're driving, on it?
Because I feel like it's just like an opposite jinx type thing. If you just acknowledge the danger that it has and respect it, I feel like it treats you better, rather than just thinking it's like 95 and you could just fly on it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you could just give respect to it without, driving like a dickhead.
I guess, you're right. I think it's a cool fact, though. I mean...
It is.
Something, monumental in Florida, I guess you could say.
And, don't mind us, guys. This isn't just a UFC chat. This is the boys chatting. This is the homies chatting.
No, yeah.
Damn, that car is fun.
Sorry to whoever's in front of us.
Yeah.
Somebody really got your ass.
No kidding.
But,
I hope the other person's okay, too.
Yes, it is.
Damn, you could,
It's crazy how, you can... people are driving cars like that. Damn. I thought they would have parked that shit.
It's crazy that we're not driving.
What do you mean?
We're not driving.
We're not driving?
Yeah, we're not.
We're not.
Because we're not, Caitlin.
Okay, we aren't driving.
Yeah.
I guess. What fight is it on?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this Jake Paul fight. We're going to get some really exciting content for you guys later on some of the fights. We're going to give a review of the night. We're going to go live we possibly might, depending on how we're feeling, go live on our way back. Probably won't. Don't bet on it. We're not going to. I don't even know why I said it, so I'll shut the fuck up. Caitlin?
Yeah. Just stay tuned, y'all. We got a lot of exciting things coming to the channel. Yeah, we finna watch this UFC fight night.
Yeah, because we're not driving.
To the Jake Paul fight. It's crazy. We're gonna be in the same room as Jake Paul, bruh.
Well, same building.
Well, same thing.
Well, it kind of is a room.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's a big ass room.
Well, still.
We are gonna be within kilometers. Within we're gonna be able to see Jake Paul perform live.
That's gonna be crazy.
We might see him
Perry.
We might see Jake get slept tonight. We really might.
We really might. Bro, that would be crazy.
That would be insane. It would be insane to even see Mike get slept too. Honestly,
it would be crazy to see any of these fighters get slipped. All of them. It's a stacked card.
Yeah.
Like, they really did good with the undercard. I'm excited. I'm really, really excited.
Oh yeah, I'm hyped for it.
But yeah, y'all.
Thank you to the 2 viewers who did join this.
We
Thank you to our
appreciate y'all.
boy Angel Pacheco for joining this. You know, real UFC fighter, awesome guy. Can't wait for his next fight. You know, we can't wait for these fights tonight, man. It's gonna be great. Combat sports is an amazing thing, and we hope you guys enjoy the fight.